Hello everyone, my name is Pratham Sharma and I'm a second student of Bennett University. So today, in this video, we are going to complete our third milestone. We have divided our video in two parts. The first part would be the introduction. In this project, I worked as a backend developer, I learned Flutter and how to design the database. Now, one by one, all my team members would introduce themselves. Thank you.
Good morning, faculties. My name is Mirdul Swarup. My enrollment number is E19CSE076. I was the UX and UI developer of this project, and I would like to thank you all for providing us with this opportunity.
Hi, my name is Shivam Sharma and my enrollment number is E19CSC074. I am the app developer of this app and I have worked upon the front end and some functionalities of the app.
Hello everyone, my name is Sarthak Chandervanshi. My enrollment number is E19CSE413. My batch is EB10 and I was working as a backend developer in the team 68 and my role was dealing with the Firebase related queries.
Hi, I'm Kartikey Gaur, and I was one of the app developers for this project, and I worked on database and backend too.
So, let's start with the part 2 of our video. We have divided our part 2 in such a way that we would explain our group project with the help of PPT. We have divided PPT in such a way that introduction, problem statement and solution would be introduced by Mirdul Swarup. Tech and research use stakeholders would be explained by Shivam. User stories would be explained by Kartikey Gaur. Use case diagram and class diagram would be explained by me. And at last, activity diagram and sequential diagram would be explained by Sarthak. I hope you would enjoy this video, so let's start it.
Hello, faculties. Myself, Mirdul Swarup, and today I am here to introduce our project Cargo Shuttle, your logistics genie. So, first of all, I would like to give you a basic outline of our project. Most of the underdeveloped cities comprise of many small enterprises which are dependent on third-party services for the fluid operation of their business, which includes the logistics services itself. Although there are many companies providing services for logistics, but sometimes the regular service provider is not available to their clients, which causes a complete halt in the client's business. Our project provides a platform to both these business and the transport companies to avoid these delays in the sector of logistics. Our problem statement is very simple. Small organizations and underdeveloped business sectors use traditional ways to operate their business, which includes their logistics department. They get fixed to a particular transport provider for their transit items and later face problems by the issue from the side of transporter, such as on the times of festival, the small transport companies get closed down, which causes a complete delay in the whole timeline of the businessman. Logistics sector is also very volatile as well as deep, due to which many small fleet owners face difficulties to keep afloat their businesses. And due to the fierce competition, it is very difficult for these small fleet owners to find a fixed clientele which sticks to them. So our cargo shuttle will be one-stop definitions for both the service provider and the customer, and end customer, as we say, which includes small business owner and household people. With the most simplified UI, it will be a child's play to overcome any technicality which involves in logistics. Its inbuilt chat feature will provide a medium for both ends to connect and share the important transactional items while maintaining their complete privacy. Thanks. Now Shivam will take over to explain you much further about the platform.
To see this platform working, we need paid services from a database service provider and publisher app on both Android as well as the iOS platforms. We may also use paid mailing services which will also require paid subscriptions. Currently, for the development of the app, we have used Firebase for the database, Android Studio for prototyping testing, Flutter as a primary coding language, Figma for UI design, and for the workforce, two app developers, two backend developers, and one UI kit designer. Stakeholders are the parties that have an interest in a company or project and can either affect or get affected by the project. They are a key part for any project as they determine the success of the project. As the project is in its development stage, the current stakeholders are the team members and Dr. Anurag Goswami for being the mentor. But after the launch, more stakeholders would be added, for example, the investors and the businesses which will be start using our services.
So we have our user stories here, and the first sprint is about the description is as a fleet owner customer, I want to be able to register online so that I can register quickly and cut down on paperwork. So we completed this part, and there was acceptance criteria like user cannot submit a form without completing all the mandatory fields. Information from the form shall be stored in the registration database after form submission, and acknowledgement email shall be sent to the user after submitting the form. The tasks were divided between me and Pratham and Sarthak. I was tasked with creating the registration page with all the required fields, and Pratham developed the backend functionality that checks the required fields are non-empty when the registration button is clicked. And Sarthak had the responsibility for building the functionality that stores the registration data in the database according to the specifications and sends the acknowledgement email to the users later on. Our second sprint, uh, our second sprint was that as a fleet owner, I want to post a truck listing so that the customers can see the listing and approach for transformation. So the acceptance criteria for this was fleet owners should be registered. The truck posted should be registered into the database under that fleet owner, and all the required information about the truck should be entered. And the tasks were again divided between me, Sarthak, and Shivam. Sarthak created the database structure for the listing of the fleet owners and trucks under the name. I developed the function for to take the input from the fleet owner, validate the information, and upload it to the online database. And Shivam Sharma created the functions for data validation and the field entries.
The use case diagram, we have three things. The first one is the actor. In a model, we have two actors. The first one is the fleet owner, and the second one is the customer. Then there are connections between the fleet owners or the customer and their features. So the customer has three features. The first one is the post load. In the post load feature, the customer can provide the details of the product that they have to the fleet owners, like which type of product they want to deliver from one city to another. The second feature is the rating feature, in which the customer can rate fleet owners on the basis of they have how they have behaved with their customers and if the product was were safely delivered or not. Then the lastly they have chat feature in which they can chat with fleet owners on the basic information that they required from the fleet owners. Nextly, the fleet owners has four features. The first one is the add truck. In the add truck feature, they can add the number of truck they have, or they can divide they can divide that they have small trucks, medium trucks, or the large trucks that they can provide the customer. We have two more features which are calculate toll or calculate distance, in which the fleet owners would be given the average toll and the distance that they have to take the product and deliver it. Lastly, they have chat feature in which they can chat with the customer what are their requirements and everything else. So the next is the class diagram. In the class diagram, we have a login feature which consists of username, and password. Both would be string. And before login, there should be a registration. There can be one login for a customer and one login for a fleet owner. The customer consists of first name, last name, email ID, and phone number. That then they have to give their addresses that consist of city, pin code, state, and date of birth. There can be a login as fleet owner as well. The fleet owner should give their name as string, last name as string, email ID as string, phone number integer, address as string, and company info as string. There can be one or more company for a single fleet owner. So the company info, the company info should have the company name as string, PAN card as int, GST number as int. And this consists of one to many. There can be a single fleet owner which consists of many companies. This was all about our class diagram. Thank you.
So now let's understand the activity diagram. So you can see here that at the start of the program, it will ask us that do we have an account or not. Now initially we don't have any account, so we will register. So here we have two options. We can either register as a customer or we can register as a fleet owner. Now after registration, it will take us to the login page. Now also if you already have an account, so you can directly log in. That depends upon the scenario. Now after login, we will either be a customer or fleet owner, and we will have the benefits of either of them according to our category. So if we see customer, the available options are we can view the load that's posted by the fleet owner. We can give star ratings to the fleet owner according to their services. We can calculate the toll tax, which will depend on a destination, that is source and destination. And we can have one-to-one chat with the fleet owner. Also, we can view the profile of the fleet owner. Secondly, if you see the other side, that's a fleet owner, our available options are we can post the load. Like we have to post the load, like the truck size, the capacity, the destination, and all that. And we can also view the profile of ourselves and edit it at the same time. We can have one-to-one chat with the customer. Same, we can also calculate toll tax, and we also can give star ratings to the customer according to their behavior. After all this, the program will end, and here will be the complete execution. So now we will understand the sequence diagram. So if we can see here, there are two types of actors. One can either be a customer or a fleet owner, and we will be interacting with the Cargo Shuttle app. So it is an object here. Now, if we see the timelines, first of all, the customer will post the load according to its requirements, and the post will be displayed online in the Cargo Shuttle app. Now, it will notify the fleet owner that there has been a request for a certain load. Now, if the fleet owner's requirements are also completed according to that, so it will approve the order, and the order will be approved, and a confirmation email or a message or a call will be sent to the customer, and the order will be booked.